Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Been out of these streets, nigga trying to eat while I duck police. Own family stealing from me. Mama told me to pray, but white Jesus can't save me. Get him away from me. I don't know what to say. So many niggas hating me. Get him away from me.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Trying to keep it on the true side, nigga. Laying low to play it cool now, nigga. Ass niggas on the team, I've been known to get the green ever since I was 2-5, nigga. Coop hanging out the roof, nah, nigga. Cause I ain't stunting on them. Put my whole team on so they ain't wantin'. When niggas doing bad, you know that they be hating on you. Get the hoping that you power, they be waiting on it. Bullshit, get bread from the envy. Best friends get to looking like enemies. When you got it in this bank account empty. Perfect recipe to breed a lot of jealousy. Looking from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. Told my baby girl, if you ain't spitting life with the nigga, never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. And when you paper long, never flex that shit. Told my son, when you getting money, never trick it to a bopper, flip it over, then invest that shit. Give a lot of game, trying to bless my kids. Gotta keep it real, that's the best shit. Got hitters up in Philly, back in Texas. When I get up on the track, yeah, I wreck shit.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding strap on my chrome.
Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome. Always sip on my own. Don't need you all in my zone. Spend so much time alone while I'm riding around with my chrome.
ISUPK. Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.
Don't look like Capcom. Okay. I'll put my phone on mute. I'm gonna put my phone on mute, all right? All right.
Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ, everybody. Boot up a Shut Up Radio in full effect. Y'all know what time it is, y'all. 67th episode, Boot Up or Shut Up Radio Live. Once again, I'm Priest and Officer 5001 Ya Allah. Banya Habada Banya Sha'Allah. We got a nice segment for you tonight. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. You know, I'm just grabbing, putting on my armbands, getting ready for this political warfare we're gonna definitely get into tonight. All right, this is definitely political warfare. Want to make sure that you share this immediately. We got some stories. Lined up. We got Priest and Captain 13,000 Kahan Thumyard in position, getting ready to go in tonight. We got some fantastic stories tonight, y'all. And you know, they keep, again, we cannot make this up. They keep coming in back to back. You understand? Back to back they come in. We are not making these stories up. Boot Up a Shut Up Radio, an affiliate of all our ISUPK radio stations across the world that we have. ISUPK, we started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. All right, and this is where we educate blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, and West Indians of North, Central, and South America. Okay, and we educate our brothers and sisters about the 12 tribes of Israel, and we teach you according to what the Bible says. All right, and this radio, ISUPK, boot up a shut up radio, is a platform that we use. Okay, and we bring it to you on a political forum, as well as bringing it to you, you know, and letting you see how these biblical scriptures are backed up as well. Okay, so this is something that you all need to understand and realize. You know that we have this information for you in this type of setting. All right, that way you can get it. You know what I'm saying? That way you'll understand, and that way you can you know, get it in another form other than like a classroom setting. All right, so I mean, so big ups to Commanding General Yohana. You know, all of this is a replica, you know, of the best that we can do of the Grill Radio Show, you know, that comes on every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, so you want to make sure that you are in pocket for that as well. Okay, so like I said, with no further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. And you know, get these stories back to back again. Make sure you donate. Make sure you donate. All right, and you want to make sure. Okay, let me go ahead. I don't know if you all can still hear me. Let me go ahead and pull out over here.
ISUPK.
Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasting live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself.
All right. What's going on, y'all? I don't know if you all heard me. I just do a quick recap of what's going on, but I do see the digital readout right now. All right, so we got sound. You all can give me a 1 in the chat room. Let me know, and I appreciate you all letting me know there was no sound. I can't move forward unless I hear it from you all. All right, so I see audio cut out. Okay, cool. So Kazak, let me know. Shabaya Allah, let me know. Again, Israelite School, and I appreciate that, brothers and sisters, man. Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, all right? Under Commanding General Yohana, representing 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, okay? Boot Up or Shut Up Radio, this is the 67th episode. We're not where we was, but we sure not where we want to be yet until Christ returns, all right? Make sure you all donate. Make sure you share right now. Immediately share this broadcast. We're going to get into some stories tonight. We have Priest and Captain of 13,000, Kahan Thumyard in the building, in pocket, waiting right now, ready to report live from hell. All right, we got some stories getting into it tonight. Make sure you all go to Cash App, $ Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. Again, Cash App, go to $ is Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. That's simple. It's right above on the screen going back and forth. All right. So just for a recap, yes, Makwadash, we are on YouTube as well. All right. We are on YouTube as well. All right. So I'll be monitoring both Facebook and YouTube, okay, to let you all know. But yes, we are live on both of them. All right. So now let's go ahead and get into it. With no further ado, Priest and Captain of 13,000, Kahan Thumyard is in the building. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah, sir.
Yeah, Shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Shabbarakatah. What's going on, my brother?
Oh, man, put it in, Cap, man. Just getting ready for these stories. Again, weekly, it's like week after week, you send me fantastic stories, Cap. I don't know where you're getting them. Like, you know, I mean, I guess it's just happening. And I guess it's, pretty easy to pick them out if America's falling and all of this stuff is going on every day. So I'll go ahead and let you elaborate a little bit more about what's going on.
Oh man, listen, brother, you said it best. I mean, I hate to use what the white man used, these white terrorists use, but right. I'm picking the low hanging fruit. You understand what I'm saying, brother?
Come on.
They want to try to pick the low hanging fruit with us. We're gonna pick the low hanging fruit with them. We're gonna get these stories about what's going on in America. And it's another cold day in hell.
Yep.
Once again, but we're gonna turn it up tonight. You understand? And
right.
Listen, let me tell you, all you brothers out there, the UPK, young troopers, young officers, even the students, continue to push forward, man, because we only getting stronger. And as this place falls, we're going to get understand we are growing in power. Understand clearly don't be distracted by all the other naysayers. You
right.
are growing. Command General Hunter got a stadium for a reason for this Passover. We are
right.
growing in power. You continue to march forward, follow your orders, and maintain your integrity, and you're going to see that power vacuum is going to be filled in our communities by the ISUPK. Trust and believe what Commander Junior Hunter has prophesied.
Right.
Understand that clearly. All right? So now, let's get into story number 1, my brother.
Con. Yeah, this is Let me see. Let me go ahead and stop that over there. Let me go ahead and put you because I already know what's gonna happen.
Can you hang up? You know I want to be in hell. You know I'm in hell right now.
Connor,
you know I want to probably be in the fifth chamber eventually in this thing, because this here, if you don't understand Christianity is the real cult. If you don't understand that I'm like, brothers and sisters, you better understand what we're saying and why we are hated. You understand? You got to understand why we are hated the way we hate it.
Right.
You understand? Like, is that word ambiguity? Can you put that word ambiguity up tonight? Because we're going to revisit that word. We're going to revisit the word ambiguity in this story. Because having ambiguity is how you get deceived.
Right.
Okay? So whenever you're ready, my brother, we'll get right into story number 1.
Let me go ahead and put this in here. Pulling that up, pulling everything up, because I already know what you're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and get that. There we go, right here. Okay. Go ahead and set all of this up and get this in pocket. All right. Yeah, this is
And I think our listeners that are listening, you can chime in the chat box. I believe it's still user friendly or user interactive, where you can chime in the chat box with your questions or with your comments.
Right. Okay, there we go. Now we are there.
All right.
All right. Let me go ahead and slide this over, Cap, and we are ready for takeoff. Let me see. Slide it over there and move it out the way. Okay, let's get this right here real quick. All right, and let me see. All right. Getting set up. They know what time it is. Let me see. All right. So, Cal, we ready. All right. So, I'll go ahead and get into the first story for tonight. All right. Here we are. Boy, I tell you. All right. First story for tonight, everybody, coming from the Washington Times. All right. And it quotes. All right. This is. Let me go ahead and get this up here. I want everything up right here when I lay this in pocket. All right. Let me see. One. Okay. This is everything going on. And it says the new light. Okay. The new light of God. Cult sacrifices 7 in Pajama Jungle. I'm sorry, Salakia. And Panama Jungle. So new light of God. Cult sacrifices 7 in Panama Jungle. All right.
Right. Panama. That's in South America.
Right.
You understand? And I believe that's Naphtali and Zebulon. One of them is the haven of ships. I believe that's the haven of ships. I believe.
Right.
I could be wrong, but that's one of the tribes. You understand? Down there in Panama, in Christianity. You understand? Keep going.
Right. So now, story starts off. Bible rests on a wooden altar next to the percussion instruments. Okay, a guru and a drum. Okay, in the room where a religious sect allegedly forced a pregnant woman and 5 of her children to walk through fire in this remote hamlet. Now, the makeshift sanctuary, littered with muddy boots and scorched clothing, belonged to a cult whose indigenous members professed to be anointed by God. To sacrifice the non-believers, even if the heretics were members of their own families. People in El Tehran is the place, says that the 7 villagers were slain by the cult last Monday, while 14 were rescued the next day by police who found them bound and beaten in the temple. Authorities have said several more villagers escaped without burns. Absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely.
That's it on that, like Apoyalo. That's it on that story.
Come. That's it on that story.
Okay. Take me to Matthew chapter 24, verse 23. And you know who fault is it? This lies at the fall of Christianity. all you white missionaries, and some of you Negroes and Latino missionaries that are going down in these South American countries, doing all this, you spreading a murderous religion.
Right.
Hear me good. You are spreading a murderous religion. Hold on, before you get there, can you read the definition of the word ambiguity one more time for me, my brother?
Come on. Ambiguity, the quality of being open to more than one interpretation.
Do you understand that?
Right.
This is why this happened. Because you were open to more than one interpretation. Understand this clearly. Hear the ISUPK tonight, brothers and sisters. There is no private interpretation of the Bible. There's only one interpretation, and that's the right interpretation.
Right.
And that right interpretation comes out of the ISUPK. I'm just telling you out of love now. As General Muhammad would say. We're just telling you out of love. There's no more than one way you can interpret the Bible. That leaves room for what? False prophets.
Yep.
To include their own interpretation. And their own interpretation is going to satisfy what? Their own lust.
That's right.
Whether that be murder, whether it be thievery, robbery, or adultery, all these things, it's going to satisfy their own intentions. This is why you cannot be ambiguous.
Right.
This is why we teach what we teach, because you have to have a sound doctrine. And when you don't have a sound doctrine, what do you get? You get things like this. You get religions and cults and things like this.
Man, that's crazy, man.
This is what you get. Don't the Bible say thou shalt not murder?
Right.
But see, they skip over there. Why? Because you're so caught up in being ambiguous. You're so busy on saying, well, there's a different interpretation. There's more than one truth. There's only one truth.
Right.
Now, there's many lies. Does not the scripture say broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, but narrow is the path of life?
Right.
So why do you have all these beliefs? This is what happens under these religious leaders' watch. Take me to Matthew chapter 24 and 23, my brother, verse 23.
Come. This is.
You understand?
Come. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 23, and it reads, Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
Do you understand? You're going to have people out there, just like out there in the Panama jungle, they're going to be saying, here's Christ. Go here to find Christ.
Right.
Go here. Like, you understand? Like they got him exclusive, like he hiding somewhere, and only you can find him. Go ahead.
That's absolutely amazing. Go ahead, sir. Okay, continue to read.
Keep reading.
Come. All right.
All the way to verse 27.
Come. Verse 24. Matthew chapter 24, verse 24, it reads, For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, even so much that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You
understand? And that's a thanks be to the Most High Christ for Commander General Yohana.
Right.
Because he is. I'm so sick of this, and they got something called new. I'm so sick of this new stuff, new light, new birth, new this. What happened to the old?
Right.
Can someone tell me that? Man. New this, a new doc. Some fake Israelite group out there wearing purple saying they got a new doctrine. And you see what's going on with them.
That's
the same thing that happened here. Murder and robbery.
Oh, man.
There ain't no new. The Bible is the Bible is the living word. You understand?
Right. Come.
New light. New light led into darkness. To death. Keep going, my brother.
Come. Verse 25. Behold, I have told you before. Verse 26. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not.
Now you see this? Hold on. What color are these words in red?
These words, These words are in red. Con on con.
So this is Christ telling you himself, brothers and sisters. If you trying to, they say, look, you gotta go in this cave, you gotta go in this secret jungle. You ain't supposed to follow that crap.
That's right.
You understand? You ain't supposed to follow that. Keep going.
Con on con. Verse 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
You understand? When Christ show up, the whole world gonna see, like the sun rise.
Right.
You understand? The whole earth is going to see his return. Don't be listening to these false prophets. You understand? Giving their own interpretation. And we're gonna go into a false prophet tonight. They're gonna celebrate his birthday. They're gonna celebrate his day tomorrow. They're gonna give him a day tomorrow. You understand? You ain't supposed to be doing this. But because of Christianity and because of these religions, you have become ambiguous.
Man.
I'm going to stay on that word. That's what you have become as Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people. And this is what you succumb to.
Yep.
Take me to Leviticus chapter 18, verse 21, my brother.
Come. The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 21. Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 21. And it reads, And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
You understand that? That's what they did. They sacrificed their kids to Moloch.
Mm.
That's what God. They're not serving Christ. They serving a false God. And how do you know? They burnt them. They sacrificed them. They burned them in fire.
Right.
That ain't what you supposed to do. What that's and they're showing you what God you're serving. All you got to do is look in the Bible. It's going to tell you what God you're serving. If you celebrating Christmas, it's going to tell you you're serving another God.
Yep.
If you celebrating Thanksgiving, it's going to tell you you're serving another God. If you celebrating the 4th of July, it's going to tell you you're celebrating another God. I mean, what else do we got to say to you? And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you are woke. You just pretending to be asleep. You ain't stupid.
Right.
You ain't fooling us.
Oh, man.
You ain't fooling the prophets.
Super heavy.
But I see when something racially happened, and then all you niggas is up in arms. Everybody now so spiritually and socially aware. You've been aware. You just now getting aware. You want to be active and vocal when it affects you, when it affects your bank account.
Yep.
You ain't fooling us. You ain't fooling Commander General Yohana. He has the revelation. Take me to story number. We're going to get off of that, my brother. Let's go to story number 2.
Come on. All right. Story number 2. Let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. Let me go ahead and discard changes. All right. Now, story number 2.
Now, I want you to put me... Now, this story here, I want you to put me in the 5th chamber of hell right here. I want y'all.
Come on. Yeah, Cap. You in this 5th chamber. You're in the 5th chamber like... Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You in there on fire, trust me.
In that case, brother, turn the heat up. In that case, you might well go ahead and turn the heat. We're going to get real heated tonight.
Right.
I'm going to get real heated, and I want to know what Ben Carson at. Because, they're going to drag... I told you this before. When it comes to days like tomorrow, they're going to drag... Ben Carson is like the groundhog. You know how the groundhog sees... They got him coming out like this. Like, he's going to be out on Black History Month too. You can look for him. They're gonna pull him out the kitchen cabinet,
right?
Out the kitchen, and he gonna make his run. You understand?
Right.
That's what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to story number 2.
All right. Well, story number 2, y'all. Trump. Okay. Here we go. Story number 2, y'all. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. Trump signs bill to upgrade Martin Luther King's birthplace to National Historic Park. Oh man. Okay, Trump signs the bill to upgrade Martin Luther King's birthplace to National Historic Park. Go ahead, Cap. You got it.
All right. Any more on that?
Well, I mean, they got a story. They got a story to it. If you want me to continue to read, I can read.
Yeah. Go ahead. Like with this right here is Donald Trump. Of course, he's so-called quote unquote honoring Dr. Martin Luther King. And see,
Right.
This is what the story. We're gonna get more into it, but this is what I want you to understand.
Okay.
This is what you need to think about it as black people. Why is it so easy that Trump can honor, quote unquote, honor a man like him? Why is it so easily done? I'll tell you why. Because Martin Luther King was not really a controversial figure.
Yep.
Now, some would say, yeah, he was a controversial figure because of some of the things he'd done with the bus boycott and things like that. But as far as culturally, he was not. He was more moderate.
That's right.
He was more in the phrase of he was nonviolent. He was an integrationist. He believed in merging and fusing both cultures under one culture. You understand?
Right.
And that made him not non-controversial even to this very day, which is why everyone, listen, we're going to go into the story tonight. You got even they're going to have a gun rights rally tomorrow in Virginia. A pro-gun rights rally on Martin Luther King Day. Now, I thought Martin Luther King was nonviolent. But you got to understand, when you are ambiguous,
right.
I mean, your legacy, whatever you stand for, can be what it can be interpreted any kind of way. You understand? We see we understand exactly what he stood for because we have the Bible to show us was his dream of God or was his dream of his own will.
Correct.
And you're going to see right now in this story why Donald Trump can so easily do this. Keep going, my brother.
Now again, Trump signs a bill to upgrade Martin Luther King's birthplace to National Historic Park. This is out of Washington. President Trump signed a bill on Monday to expand the Reverend Martin Luther King's birthplace in Atlanta into a National Historic Park, the first such park to ever be in Georgia. Now, Trump signed a Martin Luther King National Historic Park. Okay, he signed a National Historic Park Act. It's an act of 2017 aboard Air Force One after touching down in Marietta, Georgia, to attend the college football national championship game between the University of Alabama and the University of Georgia. Okay, now Alveda. Okay, let's go ahead and get over here. Alveda King. Okay, she's the niece of the slain civil rights leader. Joined Trump now. Okay, for a small private bill signing ceremony aboard Air Force One. Okay, now this is absolutely amazing. Okay, so she signed the bill. Okay, everybody, just go ahead and let everybody see that. There she is, right there, with President Donald Duck, right there. Okay, now, quote, through his life and work, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. made America more just and made it more free. White House Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley told reporters aboard the plane. Okay, now this important historical park tells his story.
Now hold on. Now did y'all hear that? So can you say it again? What did he say about Martin Luther King? What did he do?
Through his life and work, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. made America more just and more free. Okay.
Now listen to this. Under a racist in the White House, they said he made it more just and more free. Once again, this is what happened when you have weak leaders.
Right.
You understand? Like, he made it more free for them. That's all that we're showing you. The civil rights movement has failed. Can't you see? Don't you understand? Keep reading that, because they're going to go into John Lewis. And this is a bill that John Lewis proposed.
Right.
And y'all know now, keep in mind, Elijah Cummings just kicked the bucket. And John Lewis, he on his way out. He got, what, stage 4, stage 5 pancreatic cancer.
Oh, man.
So he getting ready to leave here any day now. You understand? Like and you ain't been hearing too much from these people. They quiet.
Right.
Look, where Andrew Young at? Where Andrew Young? He's still alive. Where he at? What, did he march with Dr. King? Where them niggas at? Them niggas is hiding. Jesse Jackson, where he at? You know what I'm saying? But guess what? As soon as these young boys get riled up in Baltimore and some of these other cities, then they want to bring them niggas out. You understand? When some racially charge happen in America, then you want to bring them old civil rights leaders niggas out. Now you want to bring them out now.
Right.
You understand? They need to sit their ass down. I'm gonna just keep it real, cause they didn't fail.
That's right.
Keep going.
Khan. Boy, that's heavy once again. Now, again, let me go ahead and read some more. Through his life and work, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. made America more just and free. White House Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley told reporters aboard the plane, "This important historical park."
That's loaded. Those are loaded words. If somebody should say, how did he make America more just and free?
Right.
Explain. Justice and freedom. Those are once again, those are terms that many people look at and they're open for interpretation. Once again, they're ambiguous. Mm-hmm. Justice and freedom for. Keep going.
Now it says, this important historical park tells his story, and this bill will help ensure that the park continues to tell Dr. King's story for generations to come. Isn't that just sweet? Now, the National Historic Site in Atlanta already includes King's birthplace, the church where he was baptized, and his burial place. The legislation Trump signed Monday upgrades the designation to a National Historic Park and expands the boundaries to include the Prince Hall Masonic Temple. The temple,
you know they had to be involved. You know them niggas had to be involved with it.
Oh, man.
Disgusting.
Of course. Now, the temple served as the headquarters of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, the civil rights group King co-founded. The bill was sponsored by Representative John Lewis, Democrat from Georgia, who said the change would significantly improve the way National Park Services preserves, shares, and presents King's legacy to visitors.
Do you see where his fight is at? John Lewis, even he getting ready to go into the grave, but
right.
his fight is about preserving a national historical park.
To
making his his fight he ain't fighting to say, man, let's fight against police brutality, let's fight against all this economic inequality that's going on with black people, and he ain't doing that. That's how you know they gave up the fight, brothers and sisters.
Right.
When your fight, now you mean to tell me you got your head beat in at that bridge in Selma, and your fight now, you getting ready to lead it, you getting ready to transition, and your fight is a national park, turning his birthplace to a national. That's their only rep. That's their reputation. After them niggas got in office, they gave up the fight. After they ran and after they became a congressman and all that, they didn't give up the fight. They have become what they fought against. They have joined. Hold on, let me get the word. They have integrated into the same system that oppressed their people.
Man.
You see that?
Right.
Integration jeopardizes our nation's culture, brothers and sisters.
Right.
And our culture is our way of life, which affects how we view ourselves. This is why Donald Trump can easily endorse this.
And Cap, if I may, it has to be said that a lot of people still don't understand that it was, the oppressor who used Martin Luther King to formulate the entire integration process in order to get us to integrate. It wasn't a quote unquote black man's idea to integrate. It was a white man's idea, the oppressor's idea to integrate us, so they could use us. Of course, once we, for those who don't know, what I'm saying, we were starting our own bus lines, we had our own, teams that we were organizing. We had our own land, we had, our own property, right? And as soon as we integrated, well, the deeds were taken, the land was taken. We did have protection for our own neighborhoods. Now cops come in our neighborhoods and shoot and kill our young black men and so forth. So that was a war tactic in order to integrate with black people. That wasn't a black idea, right? Just want to let everybody know that.
Damn right, brother. What you said, Commander Julian Hunter, he bringing out all the time that it started with the Pullman workers.
Come.
You understand me? Like when they hijacked, just like they hijacked everything else. Let me tell you something. They didn't morph the civil rights movement. I mean, all the way into the LGBTQI movement now.
Oh man.
We didn't got so far away from what the original cause or what it was really about. It was really about equal pay in the beginning.
Right.
We never wanted to join these people. Let me tell you something. And we were stronger economically and politically when we were segregated. We were stronger then. But now look at us now. Now and people talking about voting, you don't even have a block vote now. You don't even have, because we're so divided. We so divided among not just we so divided culturally. I'll just stick with the cultural aspect of it. Like you got niggas once again that want to fight for Greenpeace. You got niggas that want to fight for the LGBTQI movement. You got niggas that want to just be women. They want to just fight for women's rights. Your efforts have been diverted. You have been distracted.
Right. Man,
Satan has distracted you. Christ said, "A house divided cannot stand."
Yep.
The race card is it is the most dominant and the most powerful card in the deck. And a lot of you have forfeited that for your right to be a goddamn homosexual.
Oh,
and
man.
Then you still don't get right. You think that you're going to get right by being gay, and you still homeless. You're in New Orleans, and you're a goddamn male escort for a rich white man. Don't tell me I'm lying.
Oh, man.
Don't tell me I'm lying.
Good night. For one of them old wrinkled up lizards. Red lizards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. You a male prostitute.
Yeah.
Don't sit there you thought because you gonna be gay you gonna get houses. No, you're a male escort now.
Oh,
you
man.
can't go outside of what God said and think you're gonna operate and have a life.
Boy.
You understand? You have been distracted, and now people like Donald Trump can capitalize off your distractions. This is what happened. That's why the Bible said we are never to join these people. Their way of life will become a snare unto you.
Right.
Take me to any more on that, brother. Hold on. Keep holding where you at. Take me to Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 25, my brother.
Come.
We're gonna show you Martin Luther King in the Bible. You ain't gotta believe us. You tell me who said this then. I want you to tell me who said it.
That's right. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 25. And it reads, I have dreamed, Slaki, I have heard what the prophet said that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed.
Repeat it one more time, brother. Who said this?
I have heard what the prophet said that prophesy lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed.
Now you see that? What speech is famous? I have a dream speech. And it's definitively saying the way it is like the Lord sees this thing before it happens.
Right.
That's why we tell you this Bible is past, present, and future. I have a dream. That's what Martin Luther King said.
Right.
And the Lord said he heard what the prophet said in his name, who prophesy lies in his name. You have people who out there who in these religions who prophesy lies. God never wanted us to integrate,
Man.
brothers and sisters. He just never wanted it.
Yep.
You understand? And look how far you don't even own your own self-esteem now. You got to go purchase that off iTunes. Do you understand what the hell I'm trying to tell you, man? Commanding General Yohanan is a certified prophet of the Lord. He says what the Bible says.
Yep.
He tells you things are going to happen before they happen. Why don't you get behind a man like a man like him? You don't get behind. You know why? Because he's controversial. Because he tells you what you don't want to hear.
Man, being righteous, man.
You
Golly, man, you controversial for being righteous.
That's right. That's right, my brother.
Which is what Christ was when he was in the Roman Empire. He was controversial, for saying and doing things that were righteous. And I mean, like I say it all the time, Cap. Who would know, man? Who would ever know that going against that doing righteous would be so-called going against the grain?
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing, man.
Oh, it's amazing. It's definitely amazing. I mean, but that goes to show you what society we in now.
Right.
You understand? Like in the right, that Christ said, "This is my kingdom; my servants will fight."
Man.
Physically. But we know this is not his kingdom. This is Satan's kingdom. You understand? And why we must stand with the Most High in Christ with Command General Yohanan, because we are on the one, like you thought. I remember you Negroes, the Barack Obama guy, that you said we was in a post-racial era. I remember that.
Yeah.
In a post-racial era. Now look, Donald Trump gonna step foot on Martin Luther King in the church, and he gonna step foot up there, and they're gonna have to respect him. They're gonna have to pay homage because he's giving them that federal money.
Good night, man.
You understand?
Oh man.
Keep going, my brother. Keep reading.
Of the article or the verse?
Scripture. Keep going all the way to verse 27, and then we're gonna hit verse 32.
All right, All right, so we are at verse 26, Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 26, and it reads, How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of deceit of their own heart. Okay, verse 27.
That's why you're not supposed to lean to your own heart. That's why you're not supposed to be ambiguous.
Right.
You ain't supposed to lean. You ain't supposed to say what the hell you want to say, what you feel in your heart. You think we out here, you think we saying what we want to say in our heart? We saying what the Bible says. We saying what thus said the Lord.
Right.
We ain't supposed to say what's in our heart. We supposed to say what thus said the Lord. That's what a prophet is supposed to do. Keep going.
Verse 27. Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
You see that? Another God, once again, showing you, once you deviate from the Lord, you're serving another God. And these people, these religious pastors, and these political figureheads, they have done that.
That's right.
They're telling us to go out and vote now. They're telling us to go out and do all these things. Why? To make us forget the Lord's name. To make us forget the Lord. But in the ISUPK, you're going to learn the Lord's name. You're going to learn the Lord's reputation. What he does. How he operates.
Right.
What he requires of you. You understand? Keep going, my brother. What verse we on?
We are at 28 now.
Go to verse 32, please.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 32. And it reads, Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, saith the Lord, and do tell them, and cause my people to err because their
You see that?
lies.
You see that? Integration caused us to err. Error
Right.
meaning to go off. Error. You understand?
Hmm.
50 years. 50 some odd years, we still holding on to a dream. I call that a coma.
Damn.
If you sleep for 50 years dreaming, you in a coma.
Man.
You understand? This is what this has come to. Take me to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26, and we're going to move on.
Come,
I hope y'all get to the
Leviticus.
point.
All right, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26. The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26, and it reads, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I the Lord am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine."
I have integrated, hold on, y'all. They say I have integrated you with other people.
Salakis, La'ah, I have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
I have joined you unto other people.
Salakis, and I have severed you from other people.
I have assimilated you with other people.
La'ah, I have severed you from other people.
Now, how do you get that? One day, the little black boys and little white boys gonna hold hands out of that. How do you get? See, we try to tell you that America is not a utopia. America is a capitalistic society ran by racists, ran by European white our oppressors. It ran by them, okay? The white man, his system, and every other nation comes here to get a piece of the pie for their own race.
Right.
Where do you see Martin Luther King's dream was? I mean, it was. I mean, it was. I guess it was a fantasy, if you want to say it like that, because we do know he was getting buck wild up in them hotels room. You know what I'm saying? That was going on. So why in the hell are we still trying to live a dream when you see it's not working? Integration has failed.
Right.
You didn't done. Listen, you can't integrate no further. How much more you gonna integrate? You didn't integrate it all the way into the white man's bedroom.
Oh, good
Do
night.
you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Good night.
And it's still not working. You integrated. You can't integrate. You can't integrate no more than that. I mean, you wearing the white woman's hair. You get the blue contact. I mean, how much more can you integrate? Some of you bleaching your skin.
Man, come on, man.
You can't integrate no more than that. Now you didn't done all that, and it didn't work. So why don't you come home?
Oh man.
Why don't you just come back to your nation?
Yep.
Why don't you get in the ISUPK and follow Commander John Yohana, who's a prophet of the Lord, who follows Christ? Why don't you come at the Passover, pay your Passover fund, and come at the Passover and understand and to be reintroduced to your culture given
Right.
by God.
Right.
Okay? We're going to reintroduce you culturally. You want to know why there's so many culture wars in our community right now? Because of integration. That's why.
Yep.
And then why are so many cultural differences we have in relationships and what a man's supposed to be and what a woman's supposed to be? You know why? Thank you, Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you. That's why. That's why you having all these culture wars among us, because we integrated.
Right.
And now everybody got their own definition of what it means to be a man and what it means to be a woman and what it means to have a family and what it means to serve God.
Yep.
You can thank integration for that. You can thank Martin Luther King Jr. Because when we integrated with these people, how we viewed ourselves changed. I ain't got to tell you. You just look at the errors from all the way. You can go all the way back to Reconstruction. You go from Reconstruction all the way up past the 60s. After integration, you're going to see there was a change that happened with us. Is that the end of that, brother? You any more in the story?
We we have a little bit, but we have hit the brunt of it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Come on, I'm
Okay.
looking at it now. That was it.
All right. So let's go to story number 3.
All right, come. All right. We're gonna get into story number 3 for tonight. Everybody, we moving right along. Okay. We're gonna get into story number 3. Story number 3. Here we go, y'all. Okay. Here we go. The top prosecutor, okay, receives a racist voicemail, and she posts it. She posted on social media. How's that? All right. The top prosecutor receives a racist voicemail, posts it on social media. Now, days after Baltimore City's state attorney, okay, and she is absolutely a beautiful woman, if I might add, Salaki.
Oh yeah, that right there. That sister
Okay.
there is Marilyn Mosby. All right, she's out in Baltimore. Marilyn Mosby, and she was one of the sisters that spoke out when the Freddie Gray incident happened.
Right.
So this sister here, and best believe this sister is her and somebody in her cabinet has been listening to the ISUPK on the corners in Baltimore. Shout out to ISUPK in Baltimore.
That's
Shout
right.
out to y'all. Shout out to General Anyas Charmar, General Q, Kobalama, and Captain Saparia and all the brothers out
That's
there
right.
that's holding it down in Baltimore. Shout out to y'all.
That's
The
right.
Bible says that we're going to go into the gates of the nobles. We know they're listening, but it's all good. Let's see what she tried to make a little noise. Let's keep reading.
Khan. All right. Well, days after Baltimore City State Attorney Marilyn Mosby rallied around a few top prosecutors to speak out about the racially charged attacks that have experienced while they have experienced while in office, she received a 60-second
Now you gotta
voicemail.
understand. Hold on. Let me say this. These women, hold on. These women, black women in these positions, is what you would consider successful.
Right.
Do you understand? This woman is the top prosecutor in the city of Baltimore. You
Man.
understand? Like that ain't small time. And they still succumb to racial epithets. They still succumb to racial discrimination and racial verbiage from the white man.
That's right.
Keep reading.
Absolutely. Absolutely amazing. All right. So now they have experienced this in the office, everybody. She received a 60-second voicemail flooded with hateful rhetoric. Now, the anonymous voicemail started by chastising Mosby and for traveling to traveling to St. Louis, Missouri, to support St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner for filing a civil
Now,
rights
hold on.
lawsuit. Okay.
If you don't believe racism is an institution, here's Exhibit A.
Mm.
This is why we tell you that racism is prejudice plus power.
Right.
You understand? Racism is an institution. And these women are in this institution trying to make it work for who? Trying to make it work for their people, trying to exhort some type of justice, some type of balance, and they get hated for it.
Right.
Don't you understand, brothers and sisters?
Man.
She is the top prosecutor, and she's still called the nigger.
Golly.
Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you.
Nice.
See, we thought that joining them was gonna make them love us, but it made them hate us even more.
That's right.
Keep going, my brother.
Con. Absolutely amazing, man. I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading now. This was because she went to St. Louis, Missouri to support the St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner for filing a civil rights lawsuit against the city and their police union for allegedly coordinating racist conspiracies meant to force her out of office. See that? Now it was mixed
Hold
with, yes. Okay.
Now hold on. Let me say this. Now you see, y'all don't understand. There's a loophole in white man's politics. The loophole is whatever he says goes. That's a loophole. See, a lot of y'all think you can vote. You can vote. See, I'm so sick of this vote. We told you some episodes back that you need political consultations. We've been told you this. We've been telling you this for a long time. Now you're about to see this upcoming election. You're about to see why the UPK is undisputed in righteousness when it comes to what the Bible says about our political affairs,
Right.
about our social affairs. You're going to see it. And boy, oh boy, it's going to look, I mean, listen, I hate to say it, but they're going to make us stick our chest out a little bit more because y'all not listening. Somebody need to get the memo. Somebody need to call Commander General Yohana
Right.
and get political and social consultations, racial consultations. You're trying to do this your own way. You don't know how to fight this man. You don't know how to fight him. The Bible is a book about a people who went through oppression after oppression and overcame it.
Come on.
How did they overcome that oppression? By coming together under their God, under their laws that was given to us by the Most High. You understand? By coming to their true identity, by coming into under the structure, you understand, under the power structure of the Most High in Christ.
Right.
This is why you believe in hierarchy in the world, but there's a hierarchy. The Lord has a hierarchy in His own nation, and you need to get under that hierarchy. You need to get in position. As y'all would say, in pocket.
Yes.
You out of pocket like loose change right now.
Right. Nice, boy.
Keep going, my brother.
Con. Absolutely amazing, Cap. Absolutely amazing. So now we further on with the story, everybody. All right. Now, it's the 60-second message. All right, was mixed with half recited profanity, laced proverbs, and racially biased opinions. The caller ended the message with a shocking suggestion. Quote, now here we go. Quote, if we'd known you all were going to be this much fucking trouble, we would have picked our own fucking cotton, the caller said.
Do you hear that? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Man, you want to know what the real America sounds like. They're telling you what the real. Don't tell me that ain't the real America. No, that's the real America. Yeah.
Right.
Meaning you want too much. Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Golly, man.
You want too much. You always complaining about how we treating you.
Good night.
Why can't you just shut up and be quiet? Shut up and lock niggas up.
Man.
Don't talk about racial injustice. See, there is no escaping this. We're one nation. Keep going.
Salaki, if I may, Cap, and it's always the oppressor. Once they get us out of position, they're able to go in on the black woman, on the Hispanic woman, on the Native American Indian woman, and there's no male figure to take that position. You see what I'm saying? In a warlike position to say, don't disrespect our sisters like that. You see what I'm saying?
Hold on. If I could. Go ahead, finish, but you bring out an excellent point. Go ahead and finish, brother.
Come on. And so what ends up happening is them saying, you can pick your own effing cotton. Y'all so much effing trouble because they know that they're not going to get, a physical bum rush, or men are not going to come up to the rescue. Now, even though she is a, top prosecuting attorney, she still should have brothers. Our nation should be strong, like like a Korean nail joint, or our nation should be strong, like when they kill the general over there in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Not a bunch of women that's standing behind her. You feel what I'm saying? And the women's like no offense, but what are they going to do? But what the slave master tell them to do? They're gonna complain, they're gonna scream and yell at a high-pitched voice, but the men are not coming to the rescue as a nation of people. So that's one of the main problems. Go ahead, sir.
And brother, what you saying is so heavy, because I'm gonna say this too. I didn't see a whole bunch of white women getting behind Miss Mosby.
Oh man,
I didn't see that. And keep in mind, hold on now.
Oh man.
They just had this weekend, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
They had the women's march. Where are your white allies, black women?
Come on, Cal. Good
when
man.
they call you a nigga. Hold on now. I want to talk to you independent, successful black women out there.
Right.
I always see you run to the white, Miss Ann. I always see you run to her.
Man.
Every time somebody touch her in an inappropriate way, as she would say, after she won the Oscars, of course, and her movie career started to fail, and then she said, "Oh, somebody touched me." 20 years later, you always run to her aid. You,
Right.
Oprah, the rest of all them hoes. You
Right.
run. Well, where are they when it comes to where are they when their husband calls you a nigga?
Man.
See, you gotta understand. When he said that picking cotton, that resonated on so many levels.
We.
Because once again, you black feminists, your time is coming too. And it's right around the clock. Because you forgot that you were just the same as your man picking cotton. It wasn't a women's rights. The white woman was sitting on the porch drinking lemonade while your black ass was picking cotton.
Oh man.
I'm
Oh,
going to bring
man.
you back. We're going to take it all the way back.
Right. Yeah.
We sick and tired of you black feminists opening your goddamn mouth. And then when stuff like this happen, you get quiet.
That's right.
Where you at? Where your white allies? Why it wasn't a white women's march supporting Miss Mosby?
Right.
Huh?
And Cal,
We don't see that.
and if I may, how come she
It's
can't say,
hypocrisy.
Cal, how come she can't say, all right now, if y'all keep this up, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to get, you know what I'm saying, the brothers that's in our nation and we'll put a stop to this. Where is that at?
Exactly. Oh, listen, once again, because once again, the Bible says this. You got to put on the whole armor to withstand the devil and his wiles. The problem is you want to have put on the armor. You understand? You want to try to speak. And let me tell you something. I wouldn't even say have.
Man, boy.
You are trying to use his way, his system to fight him. It's not going to work.
That's right.
The same way we try to tell you about voting. Voting is through the democratic process. Who controls the democratic process? The white man.
Right.
So do you think for a second that he's going to allow you to vote him out of power? It doesn't work like that. If you want to get in power, you have to get connected to the power. See, you being a state prosecutor or a city prosecutor, or even a secretary of state or whoever you may be, do you want to understand that you don't have any power? You are in the proximity of power, but you don't have any power.
Oh man.
You mistaken being next to power is having power. That's
Right.
two different things.
Right.
Because you don't understand how power works. Because you don't understand the Bible. You understand?
Nice.
So this is what you have going on: is a verbal assault, the leaving death threats and things. And let me tell you something. They use a car. They still be hitting us up. I remember General Mayat posted it online. It was giving us so many death threats, and I ain't got to tell you how we responded to those. I ain't got to tell you. We was, like I said, we were just waiting. That's all. We just waited. They never showed up.
Nice.
You understand? We gonna do this and do that. The skinheads used to always come by our camp in Philly, man.
Right.
Sit out there, but they knew that we wouldn't play around. They knew the ISUPK was serious business. You understand? But you gotta understand, you better link up with your nation, man.
Yep.
You understand? Keep going, my brother.
Come. Get
Before
that man.
before I get off on the tangent.
Get that man out the house, then you can spoil the goods, right? That's what they say. You can spoil the house then. All right,
Exactly.
now it goes on. Mosby received the rambling, hateful rhetoric on Wednesday and posted it on her Twitter page on Thursday to further reiterate why she supported Gardner earlier in the week. She told ABC News on Saturday that she was not surprised by the message, but found it outrageous. She goes on to say, this is why I stand with Kim Gardner, and his hateful rhetoric only strengthens my resolve to continue fighting for justice and working to undo the blight of mass incarceration and its impact on our communities of color.
If you want to undo mass incarceration, then help the ISUPK get in more prisons.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
You see, you're not. You
Right,
think you're gonna fight it, you're gonna do it your own way. You need to get in contact with the ISUPK and give us the keys to these jails and these prisons.
That's right.
You top prosecutor, right? Well, why don't you do that? Why don't you call the brothers and give us access to help reform these brothers? Because Commander Julian Hunter has a 100% proven record of reforming brothers in prison.
That's right.
And in jail. Okay? So why don't you do that? You know why you're afraid to do it? Because we're on the Southern Poverty Law Center as being the hate group. When you know we don't hate people. We don't hate our people. We love our people. We love blacks, Hispanics. We're a love group. You understand? Now we hate any harm coming to our people, like any nation should. So why? You know why? Because you want to be politically correct.
Right.
I'm not going to be politically correct. I'm going to be politically direct tonight.
Good night. Hey, Cap, if I may, sir, we and this will also continue because they are women of color, and we are men of color. We're not a nation. We're just of color. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's so disrespectful, man. And that comes from the NAACP, the Negroes always accepting Caucasian people, right? We're of color. Man, color is not a nationality. And because of that, then they're going to always run no men, no flag, no nationality, no knowledge, no biblical knowledge of God, no men of war around you. It's so easy to go in, and if you see a pack of lions and you got a little baby in the back and she's wounded and she's limping, well, the wolf or the hyena is going after the one in the back that's limping. You feel what I'm saying? The one that's weak. And our women may look strong, right, in that professional field, and they may look like they're holding their own. But I mean, hey, you can ask Oprah, maybe after a couple of drinks, and she'll tell you the truth that she don't have no power. Feel what I'm saying? With all the money that she's doing, you know what I'm saying? And she probably stay on her knees, Salakia. You see what I'm saying? So she doesn't have any power herself. It'll get stripped. Everything she has will be stripped from her. So let me go on and continue real quick. It says, now she goes on to say, these are the types of attacks we encounter every day as women of color in a position of authority. And I travel to St. Louis because this is the unfortunate experience of black female prosecutors everywhere. Now, Mosby said in a statement to ABC News, it's deeply disturbing that in 2020 we still have to experience such blatant racism, but this hateful rhetoric only strengthens my resolve to continue fighting for justice and working to undo the blight of mass incarceration and its impact on communities of color. There you go again. So Gardner is the first. Here we go. Gardner is the first black woman. Ooh, she's the first black woman. Like, that's so racist, man. Like, we just getting started. Like, we just getting in motion, right? It's so disrespectful when it goes on. I'm gonna let you go in it, Cap. Gardner is the first black woman elected as the top prosecutor in St. Louis, and the lawsuit appears to mark the first time an elected local prosecutor has brought a federal case against the police union for racially motivated civil rights violation. On Monday, Gardner held a press conference to announce the civil rights lawsuit she filed in the Eastern District of Missouri, and was supported by other leading black female prosecutors from across the country, including Mosby.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Where
Sir.
the white female prosecutors?
Oh no, she was supported by black female prosecutors.
See, you see how the race card trumps gender every
Right.
time. You see that?
Right,
See,
Conor
this
McConnell.
is why you can't win no goddamn debate against us. This is why. Because the race. See, you want to run from race. Where were the white women prosecutors? I want you black feminists to tell me that. Where were they?
Golly, man.
See, the black woman is a double minority. She's a woman, and she's, as they say, a woman of color. So she's a double minority.
Right,
So
Conor
why
McConnell.
won't you? Now, see, if that was the LGBTQI mafia, oh my goodness. Somebody said you gay, and she's the first LGBTQI prosecutor. Oh my goodness. Then it would have. If she would have said that, oh, you would have seen every rain. You would have seen so many rainbow flags out there, brother.
That's right.
See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Every other nation uses you to walk over you. We went over this before.
Golly, man.
They said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over.
Yep.
That's all they use you. They use your struggle as a way to solidify it. This sister right here, Miss Mosby, I got to give it to her. She was trying to show some solidarity.
She was.
She was.
Right.
She went all the way to St. Louis, and hats off to that sister. But you got to link up with your ISUPK. You can vote right down there in Lexington Market. You need to have one of your representatives go down there and drop off some information, or you need to link up with the Commander General Hanna, and matter of fact, you need to come to the Passover.
Right.
Okay? You need to come to the Passover. All these affairs can be discussed.
Right.
With the authority of Israel.
Right.
All these issues. We have counseling around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You understand? But if you need a personal consultation with the man himself, Commander General Hanna, we can make arrangements.
Right. And Cap,
you are not doing it.
And they can't just, eye hustle, how Commander General Hanna handled the oppressor for the Fox News interview. You can't sit back and try to replicate that and duplicate. Like, listen, man, you have to be taught. I'm saying Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12. You got to be taught before you go teach. And who cares? I'm not disrespecting the lady, right? Because I agree. You know what I'm saying, with you as well. But I'm just chiming in as far as that, like the lawyer degree that she has nothing to do with fighting against the enemy, fighting against the oppressor. She's going to have to, be humble and get taught by men, you know what I'm saying? And she's going to have to be taught by the scriptures. And then she's going to have to let a man of the Lord, speak for her. See what I'm saying? And once we get to that level, Cap, you talking rulership automatically,
Oh, damn right, brother. What you're saying is so important. Once again, that's a power structure. That's a structure that the Lord operates in.
Right.
You understand? And then once you deviate from that, you lose access to power. You lose access to all those things. So what you see here going on with this sister here, I mean, she's trying, but like I said, you see what's going on, and forget about Baltimore. You see what Baltimore is right now.
Oh man.
You understand? Baltimore is really. My heart go out to brothers out there in Baltimore. Cause it's gold in Baltimore. There's some beautiful brothers and sisters, full of talent, full of life, but it's just you living in a condition where it's just utter poverty.
Right, come on.
It's just utter poverty, utter crime. You know what I'm saying? And the politicians are corrupt, and this is what you have in our nation. That's a perfect microcosm of what's going on. So you trying to fight racism and trying to fight all the other aspects of our oppression.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You need to link up with Commander General Hanna. That's just the bottom line. Any more on that, my brother?
A little bit more, Cap. A little bit more. Now it goes on. It says, she goes on to say, quite candidly, Kim, like the others who stand before you today, has challenged the status quo, and the keepers of the status quo don't like it, which is why she is being personally and professionally attacked. Mosby said the podium on Mosby said the podium on Monday. Every prosecutor has had similar experiences to Kim. And Mosby also spoke about receiving death threats, okay, since taking office since 2015. In particular, for indicting 6 police officers in connection to the death of Freddie Gray, okay, who suffered a catastrophe, yes, a spinal injury while Freddie Gray was in custody. Go ahead, Cap. Absolutely amazing.
You understand? You understand what's going on? You can't even. We're showing you what. Who does the system work for? I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing about with the system. You got to let the justice system work. The justice system is fighting against its own black prosecutors. Somebody talk to me tonight.
Oh man,
I'm in hell. Can somebody talk to me in hell? The justice system is fighting against its own black prosecutors, which shows you what? You are just a pawn in his chess game.
Good
It gives you the illusion that you're making a difference. You don't make a difference like that, brothers and sisters. Even the disciples knew that. You make a difference by you linking up with your God.
Right, come
with the power structure. And if you want to see, you won't have to go to City Hall. City Hall will come to you. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you?
That's right.
The Lord said He's not far. He's not far from you.
Right.
All you have to do is turn to Him.
Yep.
And you will be reestablished in your authority if you do what the Lord say do. Easy. Overnight. You understand? Take me to Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Okay, in the Old Testament, Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1, and it reads, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
You understand? We are a nation, the Bible says, gather together. And then, just in case you think he was just talking, he said, yeah, gather together.
That's right. Said it twice. Yep.
Gather together. It wasn't no typo. Gather together. O nation not desired. You a nation. You're not an individual.
Man.
You done let the white man fragment your nation into gay rights, to Greenpeace, and to all these other goddamn different things. If you want to say, hold on, get me that scripture where it's a scripture where the Lord say, as long as the sun is shining, the Lord has not put away His people. We talk about the heavens and all that.
Okay,
you want to save the earth. You want to save the earth. You better try to save Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian people. I'm gonna show you tonight.
Let's get it. This is
I'm gonna show you tonight.
That's right. So we're gonna go in the book of that was in the covenant. All right, the covenant in Jeremiah in the Old Testament, where that was established. All right, that's Jeremiah chapter 31. I'll go ahead and start at 35. All right, verse 35, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is His name." Verse 36, "If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever."
Now you see that? So you niggas is out there climbing the bridge talking about let's save the earth, let's save the environment. Your fight is wrong. You got the wrong goddamn fight.
Right.
The Lord said all these ordinances gonna stay in balance if the Lord ain't put away His nation.
So it didn't.
We ain't ceased from becoming a nation. So if you care anything about the environment, what should your focus be on this nation?
Right.
Because once this nation gets back in order, everything else gets back in order.
Boy.
You trying to save the planet, save Israel. You don't want to do that. Why? Because you've been diverted. You care more about a goddamn koala bear in Australian fire than a nigga in the ghetto.
Right. Con. So
and you from the ghetto. I just want to throw that out there on y'all. I want to throw that out there for these Greenpeace niggas that's popping up all around here.
Oh man, yeah, it's absolutely amazing, man. And you know, we look at what's going on, and you know, we looking for you know, what, not us, but you know, they're looking for someone else. Again, that scripture keeps coming up. You know, we keep looking for a nation that cannot save us. I mean, we just sick with that, you know. And again, you know, they say that not, but the Christian church and all the rappers, you know, all the rappers, all of them that they put out in front, all of them are walking around with T-shirts, you know, with vote, you know, vote for this person, you know, vote for this oppressor, like it's absolutely, you know, insane, man, that we are doing it. And again, it does not work. It only leads, you know, to more captivity. And the Lord God of Israel hates us when we do that. And it's in the Bible not to do it. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. So, you know, either we're going to just be hard-headed or we're going to finally wake up and do it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, we're closer, you know, we're closer now than we've ever been. All right? So now now is not the time to be loving on your stinking oppressor, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, the one who absolutely hates you. You know what I'm saying? That has no good for you. It's not for your good. These commandments is for our good. You see what I'm saying? Commanding General Yohana is for our good. You understand that? Comprehend that, everybody. Okay? And that's who we need to put, you know, our strength, our time, you know, in. And the scripture says what? In Mark chapter 12, verse 29. To love the Lord God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might, with all your strength. That's what we're supposed to do. You don't love no other nation, man, with all your heart and all your strength. And, you know, let's hold hands and let's MLK this thing the whole way. You know what I'm saying? And you see what happened to MLK, right? After the oppressor used him, right? And Martin Luther King said, you know, I feel that I, you know, taking my people, integrating them into a burning house. Now, how did Martin Luther King die? From a heart attack? Or did he die of diabetes? Or did he die in his sleep? No, man. He violently. All right? The Lord is angered, man. Martin Luther King violently died, man. Horrific and terrible. And guess what? You can get it too. You know what I'm saying? We all can get it if we don't follow and serve the Lord. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. Not loving and kissing up and trying to see what the next ballot is, what a voting booth is, so you can vote straight for your oppressor, man. All right? Come on, Israel. Let's do better than this. Let's wake up. Now is the time. You got it, Cap.
Brother, what you said is excellent. It's an excellent point on what you bring it up, bro. You understand? You hit the nail on the head on y'all. Definitely on that, bro. So it's time, like you said, let's get it together. Let's move forward. You know, we got to wake up out this dream, which is a nightmare.
Right.
And like I said, this next generation here, it's so sad that we would have to tell them that, you know, we got to believe in a dream when they should have a reality by now.
That's all right.
That's all right. Instead of trying to have a dream, we should have built the reality. And it's so degrading to tell your great grandkids that we got dog sick on us because we wanted to sit on their toilet.
Oh man, come on, man. And Cap, it's just not the so-called Negro. Everybody get it. That's why I like what you sent me, because the very next topic, if you don't mind, if we can just go into it and, you know, and store it forward. Anybody can get it. You understand that? Anybody can get it when it comes to the oppressor. Story number 4, y'all. Look at this. Giddy up, said TSA agent pulling Native woman's braids. I'm going to read it again. Giddy up, said TSA agent pulling Native woman's braids. You see this? Here we go again. So now, you have the U.S. Airport Security Agency, okay? Now, he has apologized to Native American activists after an inspector pulling her hair and said, "Giddy up," playing games, right? Now, Tara...
What in the hell
Good.
is going on?
Come on,
you can't
man.
even get on a damn flight without
man.
them grabbing your hair,
Come on, man.
you know what I'm saying, and saying, "Giddy up." Now, you see this?
God
Do you see this? This would have not happened to anyone else race culturally, because you know why? Because they have respect for other races.
damn. Right. That's right.
You understand? But because we are a conquered people, they mock our culture. Keep going, my brother.
Con, I don't want con. Absolutely amazing, man. Now it goes. Tari Huska was traveling through the Minneapolis, Minnesota airport when the incident took place during a security screening. Okay, quote, "My hair is part of my spirit. I am a Native woman," she wrote on Twitter, adding that she was humiliated. Okay, now she says, my braids are not reins. Okay, she tweeted, you see what I'm saying? Like reins, everybody, as far as the horse is concerned, you know? The rein, like the Most High controls the reins, meaning the reins go inside of a horse's mouth. And you can slightly put it to the right, slightly put it to the left. So look at what's going on. This TSA agent grabbed two of her little, ponytails in the back and was pulling on them right and left. Right? Giddy up, right? Using those ponytails as a rein. All right, now it goes on. It says, "My braids are not reins," she tweeted to her more than 30,000 followers on Twitter. Ms. Hauska, a prominent activist and lawyer, was returning from a climate march in Washington, D.C., where she...
You see? She's a lawyer.
Right.
And where's she coming from?
She's coming from a climate march in Washington, D.C.
Now, pay attention. Now, let me show you the ironic. Now, I just got you talking about you Greenpeace Negroes.
Right.
And don't get me wrong. There's a righteousness in one Savior. I'm not knocking that.
Right.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. She left from a climate march and got racially. Did they talk about the dandelions, or did they talk about the earth or anything at the TSA place? No, they grabbed her hair and said, "Giddy up." You cannot run away from the race card.
Good night, boy.
Your efforts have been down, and the Lord. Let me tell you something. The Lord let this happen. The Lord let this happen to show her what's more important.
Ooh-wee.
You understand?
Yep.
You showed me in the Bible. Let me tell you, in the Bible, what we were doing, we were fighting to get in our own land, man.
Right.
We was fighting to get the kingdom. That's what it was about. Everything else was going. The earth will have peace once there's a righteous rulership.
That's right.
She's left a climate march and still get mocked as a Native American Indian.
That's right.
The Lord is. So, see, sometimes the Lord got to refocus us, brothers and sisters. I don't know if y'all know that. The Lord got to refocus us every day. They say it's 2020 and they got 2020 vision. Well, nigga, the Lord got to refocus you. Year in the so-called year of our oppressor. We have to refocus you. He have to take you back to the basics.
Absolutely.
Keep going, my brother.
Absolutely amazing. Con, I don't want con. Now, she said again she was absolutely humiliated. She had 30,000 followers. She was a lawyer. That's why this is even taking precedence, right? Now she says, Ms. Hauski, a prominent activist and lawyer, was returning from a climate march in Washington, D.C., where she posted alongside celebrities of Jane Fonda and look like Jacqueline Phoenix. All right. So
is that all right? Is they white women?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put that up on the screen so they can see who
Okay.
she was alongside. Okay, since she has to go, alongside these two women. There it is, right there, everybody. All right, that's that's what's going on right there, just so you can see it. All right, and what I'll do is let me go ahead and do this, Cap. Yeah, I mean, because I really want them to see
And
it.
notice this,
Right.
and notice this too. Once again, the highlight is back on the women again.
Oh man.
Now, she felt that was she discriminated? Now, this is the question I got to ask the listening audience. Was she offended that she was discriminated against as a woman
Mm.
or as a Native American Indian?
Come on now.
That's the question I got to ask you because other women have long hair. White women got long hair too. I'm asking you,
Right.
which one takes more precedent? See, you can't ain't no getting around this. She said that she was a Native American Indian woman. Native American Indian is taking precedence because if you were just a woman, and furthermore, the women rights people would have been up and on about it. But it's more why? Because Native American Indian. That's why.
God.
Race. Ain't no getting around it,
Absolutely.
man. She just left a damn climate march with women.
And Cap, what that did, if I may, what this does is she can't even be a Native American Indian woman because guess who comes to the rescue? Wonder Woman. Okay, Wonder Woman.
Right.
Wonder Woman comes to the rescue, man. You know what I'm saying? And now she wants to be mad at the TSA agent, right? She wants to be mad at the TSA agent, but she can't. You know why? Because she's standing alongside, okay, of Jane Fonda and Susan Sarandon, okay, and Jacqueline Phoenix. She's standing beside celebrities. Ooh. So what that does, that deadens her, and it causes her to do the Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 33, which is to trim our waves, and Israel has become a homeborn slave. Like Jane Fonda must have a new movie coming out, Cap. You see what I'm saying? Like it's got to be something like that. She must be getting ready to make one more round before she passes, so she can pass her wealth down, that generational wealth down, so her people and her little cousins and nephews, whoever they are, can do this. So understand, everybody, when the oppressor does outreach, they're not doing outreach, they're reaching out. Okay? They're reaching out to try and see who they can grab in to make themselves look good. Like they go to Africa, they don't do outreach. They go and they reach out. They want to stand in the middle of the crowd. And then they're like, you going to get this on film, right? Okay, let's bounce around. Let's all have fun, right? And everybody's going to think that I love what? People of color. Because we don't know who the hell we are. And we should say, I don't give a damn about that damn oppressor dancing around some fly swatting, piss drinking Hamites. Who cares about that? But of course we know, and I wish I was in Africa. I wish I had a white woman being the nucleus and standing in the center. She's the sun. And Cap, that's just like the scripture say. What the scripture say? That the oppressor's gonna do what? Sit among the stars of God in the congregation of the north and act if they as God. They're gonna sit in the heavens, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do when they come to the rescue. Because they personally, just like Commander General Hunter has taught us, they are not capable, you understand, of having any type of compassion. It's all a game when you see them standing like that. And what that does, it just deadens, or the proper word would be neutralize the situation. You got it, Cap.
Damn right, brother. Damn right, man. Let's get some more. You brother, you hitting all the way around this thing, man. You understand? Because for one, like I said, you see what's going on with these women. The native we just talked about, Ms. Mosby,
right?
With the prosecutor, and then we talking about another. This is another sister. I don't think she's a prosecutor. She's a lawyer. So you see there's a common reoccurring thing that's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all happening to Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian women. And these are the ones that we just reading about. There's others that remain nameless.
Good
Keep
night.
going.
All right, let's continue. Now, what exactly happened, if everybody wants to know? A member of the Zhui tribe, Ojui tribe, she wrote that a Transportation Security Administration, TSA, agent was checking her braids for weapons as she headed home to the Bemidji in northern Minnesota. Okay. Now, but instead of simply conducting the standard check, she pulled them behind my shoulders, laughed, and said, "Giddy up," as she snapped my braids like reins on a horse, she wrote. Now, my hair, she said, is part of my spirit. I am a Native woman. I am angry, humiliated. Your fun hurt. Okay. When I informed the middle-aged blonde woman who had casually used her authority to dehumanize and disrespect me, she said,
and notice this, and once again, you feminists,
right,
this discrimination here is coming from another woman.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
So now, so this is coming from a woman, but a woman of another race. Keep going.
Oh man, Khan out of one Khan. Good night. So now she said, when I informed the middle-aged blonde woman who had casually used her authority to dehumanize and disrespect me, she said, "Well, it was just in fun. I'm sorry. Your hair is lovely." Okay, that is not an apology, and that is not okay, she wrote. In interviews, Miss Hausker said she does not want the TSA agent fired, but instead hopes the agency will improve its sensitivity training. Okay?
There is no sensitivity training. Give me the scripture where it says that can you make straight with the Lord that made crooked?
Come. All right.
Ain't no sensitivity training. Let me tell you something. If sensitivity training can work with them, then let me tell you something. You can train a snake not to bite.
That's right.
You understand? You ain't gonna. The Lord said, "Can a leopard change his spots?" You ain't gonna change these. It ain't enough training. Why? Because it's in their nature. Everybody has a nature.
That's right.
Everything the Lord created has a nature. It has a natural. It's the things that's natural that you can't change. You understand?
Come.
You ain't gonna change what a lion do. You ain't gonna change what a giraffe do. You ain't gonna change what certain people and certain races do.
Good.
Because it's in their nature.
All right. Let's go ahead and get it. This is the book of Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, chapter 7, verse 13, and it reads, "Consider the work of God, for who can make straight which he hath made crooked?"
You see that?
Right.
Who can make straight with the Lord? So you mean to tell me a couple of classes where they got multiple choice gonna make them? All it's gonna do is just they're gonna take the class so they can keep their job. That's all that's gonna do.
That's right.
It's not gonna change. You can't make straight with the Lord that made crooked. This is what we've been trying to tell you. But you so ambiguous that you believe that Martin Luther King's dream is gonna make them love you.
Oh man.
Keep going, my brother.
And I just want to pull one more, Cat, because I'm on it, man. I'm on fire tonight. I think I am. This is in the Apocrypha, right? Which is also part of the New Testament for everybody, all right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 4, and it reads, "Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?" Oh man, good night.
Now you see that? That's another nail in the coffin.
Good night.
That's another nail in the coffin with the civil rights movement and with all this other stuff. How are you gonna read that one more time for the listening audience out there on social media land?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 34, verse 4. "Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?
You see that? What truth gonna come out of these religions?
Huh?
None. What clean thing gonna come out of the American justice system? You see what I'm saying? You are putting your hope into unclean things, and it's why you have unclean spirits.
Yep.
That's why. That's why you can't get your life together. That's why you wondering why. The solution is right in the book. The problem is you can't take Christianity, y'all, and you won't follow a man of the Lord, who the Lord has made a bridge. Use him. Commander Jerry Hunt is like a bridge for us back to the Most High.
Right.
Straight like that. And you're so prideful. You're so, I got a law degree. I got this. I got that. I want them to have sensitivity training. You're just so backwards. This woman, she just said she was a middle-aged white woman. What sensitivity training you gonna give her? They always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
When are you gonna pick up on this? Why do you continue to resist the Holy Spirit?
That's right, man.
Keep going, my brother.
Son, I don't want to come. All right, so let's get more on this story. Get it real fast and end it out. This is absolutely amazing. But you're seeing it happen, y'all. Y'all seeing it laid out. Okay, we're not making this up. It just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. All right, so now the story continues. Let me see. It says, let me see. She wrote it hurt, and she said she was informed your hair is lovely, and let me see. Is that it? Let me see. A little bit more. You're right. Okay, now it says Miss Huska wrote, accepting slight trims, my hair will only be cut if a traumatic event occurs, such as the passing of a relative. Okay, hairstyles are known to be culturally important to many Native American tribes. For the Ojibwe people, hair is considered to be a medicine, according to Ojibwe elder Larry Moose. Okay, how did the TSA respond? Watch this. The TSA Federal Security Director of Minnesota, Cliff Van Levine, spoke to Miss Huska and apologized on behalf of the inspector and the agency. Mr. Van Levine, acknowledged to the staff that a mistake had been made and vowed to learn from this. Did it actually happen? Yes, actually, as described. Yes, he wrote in an internal email later released to local media. Miss Huska tweeted that she was pleased with the outcome. Good resolution from a bad situation. We need more education and empathy for one another, she said. Cap, let me tell you something, Cap, before you even go in, Salakia. You might want to leave me in the fruit chamber here, but go ahead. Good, Cap. I mean, listen, man. We are the most not just the most forgiving, the most quick to be forgiven. Like, we forgive so quick and we ready to forget. Like, hey, that's a good outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like that's our problem. We need to hold them accountable. What? Forever. The way they hold us accountable, forever. Okay? They hold tight and they never let it go. Now, what do I mean by that, Cap? I tell you what, man. I know brothers and sisters, Cap, that did something when they were, 20-something years old, when they 45, 50 years old, man. They done went to jail. It's not over, Cap. You come out, you on parole, and then they watching you riding around. You have to check in for the rest of your life, even though your life done changed. I know people that's, still going back and forth. You know why? Because the oppressor never forgets. Not just 911. When you make a mistake, partner, you are out of there. You see what I'm saying? For what? The rest of your life. Him, he just wants to apologize. And guess what? It's never the person who did it. It's always someone else because they team up and they know how to pass the ball. Here, you take it, you take it, you take it. They know how to bleed out the time, carry it out, 2-3 years. Everybody forgets about it, and we're not going to riot in the middle of, again, like Iran, right? For miles. Everybody in their house must have been out there. You see what I'm saying? Nobody was inside, right? And that's what we don't do. And we just so quick to give me a hug. Israel, let me tell you something, man. A hug and a kiss is not going to solve a damn thing. Do you hear me? It's not. And the pressure of them with their foot on the back of your neck will never stop until you come together as a nation of people, man, and put the proper authority into position, man. And that's the only way that we're going to be respected as a nation of people. Right now, we looked at as individuals, and we can be broken down as individuals, man. Go ahead, Cap.
Damn right, brother. You own it. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 37. What you saying is definitely true. Like this, I wish you had that much love for Native American Indians on the reservation.
Sure.
I wish we forgave each other like that on the reservation.
Oh, man.
Because last time I checked, they killing each other and alcoholism and drugs and all that's on the reservation. Last time I checked.
Good night, man.
But climate change, that's a big problem though. Climate, that's why our effort should be on saving the earth. I try to tell you that the goddamn our oppressor is gonna kill you before the climate change do.
Good night, man.
The Baltimore Police Department is going to kill you before climate change. At least if climate change, we all get a chance to die. How about that? How about we can all die equally under climate change? I'm in hell right now, in the fifth chamber.
Night. Okay, you said Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 27?
28, verse 37.
37, Khan. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37, and it reads, And thou shalt become an astonishment. Okay? And a proverb and a byword among all nations.
You understand?
Whither the Lord shall lead thee.
That's how you know that we the Lord's chosen people. Because you in you a byword. You a horse. You giddy up. You know what I'm saying? You a spirit chucker. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You're a wetback. You know what I'm saying? You're a porch monkey. You know what I'm saying? You're a tar baby. You're all these different things. You understand? You're a beaner. All these different things they say. You're a savage. You understand? These are bywords, man. And they fit you. That's what they call. That's what they talk. You an illegal. That's another byword they want to use. Or you are urban inner city problem. They ain't got to call you nigga no more. They could just say you an urban inner city problem. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? It's talking about you. You understand? Let's go to story number 6.
Oh, come. Let me see. Okay. Let's skip the story 6. All right, let's go ahead and get this story 6. All right. So now
this story here, this a shame here.
Yes, it is.
And this goes to show you right here that it's corruption in high places in Israel, and you got people in our nation who are in cahoots with our oppressor,
right? And
they do things to their own personal gain. The Lord deals with leadership, and we have wicked leadership among us. Keep going.
Come. All right, y'all. Puerto Rico emergency director fired after residents discover a warehouse full of Hurricane Maria supplies. Do you hear that? Good night. So now in Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rico governor Wanda Vasquez Garced fired the island's emergency manager hours after a warehouse filled with supplies was discovered. The emergency aid is believed to be from when Hurricane Maria hit the island 2 years ago, the governor said.
Now, hold on. Did you hear this? Do you hear this? 2 years ago, people needed water and all this stuff, and these these Puerto Rican brothers, these tribe of Ephraim, the leadership in there is hoarding all this stuff, man.
Right.
When the people in the island need this stuff. Keep going, my brother.
Good night. Absolutely amazing, man. So now,
And you wonder why there's earthquakes over there. You wonder why the Lord has changed that place over there, because it's evil and corruption.
right?
The same as all the rest of the tribes. We talking about Ephraim right now. This is why, because the Lord is angry with what's going on over there. Keep going.
Con, I don't want con. Now, Carlos Acevedo, director of Puerto Rico's Office of Emergency Management, was dismissed on Saturday. The governor appointed Major General Jose J. Reyes, the adjutant general of the Puerto Rico National Guard, to replace him. Earlier on Saturday, numerous pallets, of water and other boxes of emergency supplies were found at the warehouse in the earthquake-ravaged city of Ponce. Now several residences.
So you see what's going on. See,
Yeah.
And see, let me tell you something. And you understand something serious. We got everything we need. It's just the leadership.
Wow.
It's just the leadership. This is why we should follow Commander Johanna. Now the city is being ravished with destruction, and in that city there's supplies for everybody in a warehouse. And this greedy bastard is hoarding it.
A whole
Probably
warehouse.
selling it. Probably trying to make it, you know what I'm saying, for his people.
Yeah, he probably
You know
saying
what I'm saying? Probably for his people.
he good for the rest of his life. Like, that's what
You know
that's what he doing. Right.
You see what kind of shit is this?
Golly,
Keep
Cal.
going.
Good night, man. All right, so this is. Let me tell you something, man. Cal, man. Oh man, listen. I'm just gonna let the story tell itself, and I'm gonna let y'all figure this out as you all follow along. All right. So let's go ahead and get it. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Now, you had several residences were seen opening the rolling metal doors of the building and calling for authorities to distribute the supplies. Families began lining up Saturday afternoon outside the warehouse, hoping to get bottled water, food, and emergency radios, CNN affiliate WAPA reported. Acevedo has denied the allegations of mishandling, saying the agency was actively distributing the supplies, right? According to a statement.
Actively distributing my ass. Salaki.
Go ahead.
How is you actively distributing, and when it's up in there, getting dust on it all this time?
Right.
2 years.
Cut on my con.
Keep going, my brother.
Good night, Cal. All right, so he said they've been actively distributing the supplies, okay? And according to a statement released through the Office of Emergency Management, no residents have been denied any supplies in the warehouse, including food, diapers, baby formula, and cots, Acevedo said. He said about 600 pallets of water were distributed when Hurricane Dorian and Hurricane Karen threatened Puerto Rico and during a drought that affected the island last year. Nearly 80 of those pallets remained in the warehouse because they expired, she said. Now, keep in mind, everybody, a pallet, is one of them big old wooden pallets that all the food sits on. Okay, 80 of those pallets remained in the warehouse because they said they had expired. Now, there have not been orders to seize or destroy those items at any point, Acevedo said in a statement. Now, Vasquez has directed Secretary of State Elmer Roman to investigate the allegations and share his findings within 48 hours. There are thousands. Now he goes on to quote. Now, there are thousands of people who made sacrifices to bring aid to the South. It's unforgivable that resources have been kept in a warehouse, the governor said in a statement. Now, Puerto Rico has been ravaged by a series of earthquakes since December 28th. In the last 2 weeks, tremors and aftershocks have destroyed or severely damaged hundreds of structures and forced thousands of people in the southern area of the island. Okay, in that southern area of the island to flee from their homes in that area. Okay, now more than 8,000 people have been living in outdoor shelters in the city of Yaco Pinellas, Guanisa. Okay, and this is Guayanilla and the city of Ponce. Some of those displaced that have no homes are residents who are too afraid to return home for fear a wall or a roof or something like that will collapse. Absolutely amazing. That's it, Cap. Absolutely amazing.
And you see, take me to Jeremiah 23:1. You see, it's always, it's the leadership. Then what you got to understand, the Lord looks at leadership, man.
Right.
Look at these people. You want to know why we in this condition? It's because we got wicked leaders. We got people who not, that food ain't should even, that water, whatever, should not even have expired in there. He should have been giving that out to the people.
Right.
People were hoarding it. Got a whole goddamn island of people, man. Women and children and men who ain't got supplies.
God,
they should have gave all of it out and said, look, we need more, send more.
Right.
He hoarding the damn shit.
I mean,
that's why the Lord, it's the same thing with Joshua. Let me tell you, so you read the Bible, read about Joshua when they lost that battle. When that man took that, he took that Babylonian garment,
right,
and took that wedge of gold and he hid it for himself, and they lost that battle. And Joshua entreated the Lord. He asked the Lord. He said, "Why are we losing this battle? Why you got us out here?" You know what I'm saying? And he was upset. He was angry. Like, what's going on? And the Lord told him to get up off his face. That someone had sinned among you. And then he made inquiry. You understand?
Right.
When you start to see stuff like this going on, all you earthquakes and all this stuff going on, remember the Lord said judgment is going to begin in his house, his sanctuary.
Yep.
Puerto Rico, tribe of Ephraim is part of his sanctuary.
That's right.
Part of his nation. When you start to see all this shit going, you start to see all this stuff going on, you better know that it's sin among them. And the Lord is going to root it out.
He's pissed.
Same thing going on with Judah. Same with the rest of the tribe. We're talking about Ephraim right now.
Right.
That's why all this stuff going on. Take me to Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1, and it reads, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord."
You see that? The pastors are the people who over the sheep.
Right.
These pastors who presume a position of authority.
Right.
You understand that? But they scatter the sheep. Keep going.
Verse 2. "Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord."
Now you see that? The Lord said you have not visited them. You supposed to be feeding them. You ain't visit. And when I just read last week about Puerto Rico, when the Lord said He gonna visit them with earthquake, He said that He gonna visit with earthquake and thunderstorm and all that,
right,
whirlwind and all that. He said He gonna visit. When He visit, it's like that.
Man.
He gonna visit you the evil of your doing. And now the earthquake and all that, now they finding these warehouses full of food and water.
Golly, man.
Keep going.
It's full of, it's absolutely amazing. God. Absolutely amazing. Come on. Absolutely amazing. Verse 3. "And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase."
You understand?
Khan.
Ephraim is fruit. The word Ephraim means fruitful.
Right, Khan. Good night. That's a
You
heavy
understand?
scripture, man.
He gonna bring us back to our folds, man. We no longer we scattered now. We all over this goddamn continent. We all over the four corners of this earth. You go to Hawaii, there's a ghetto in Hawaii with niggas in Hispanic.
Golly, man.
You understand? He gonna bring us back to one nation. They scattered us, and they scattered us with what? That goddamn dream that Martin Luther King had, and all these other things, the Christianity, which is tied to his dream. We scattered, man. We diverted. Lord said he gonna bring us back to one fold, one nation, one doctrine, one faith, one king, one baptism. You understand? One God.
That's right.
What verse we on?
We are on verse 3. Now we on verse 4.
Okay, let's go to verse 4.
Khan. We have verse 4. Boy, this is absolutely incredible, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all follow along with this here now. We're going to verse 4. Khan. Verse 4. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Most High in Christ.
You see that? Now you want to know why Puerto Rico lacking? Because they got the wrong kind of shepherds over them.
Right.
They got pastors who not feeding them.
Right.
But if that was Commander those y'all don't know Commander Jerry Hunter, he feeds people every day in America. I don't know if y'all know that. Every day. There's a food drive going on in almost every city in America.
That's right.
In the ISUPK. You understand? Food. He's giving away food.
Mm.
You understand? He's telling people to come pick up the food. He's doing clothing drives. He's doing all that. On the same street corners you see those brothers out there speaking on, they giving away food and clothing. All the time. Can you imagine what Commander General Hunter would have done if you gave him a warehouse is full of food and water and all that?
Oh, man.
I'll tell you what would happen. None would be lacking, like the scriptures say. That's exactly what would happen.
Yep.
But you giving it to these low-life, slimy bastards who don't care nothing about the people. There's Ephraimites. There's brothers from the tribe of Ephraim that love Ephraim, like Captain Mashaparian, like
Right.
Captain Kadazar,
That's right.
and the rest of the brothers here from the
That's
tribe
right.
of Ephraim. They would have made sure that water and that food got distributed right.
That's right.
Understand?
Yep.
That's the damn problem.
Man,
Take me to
that's it.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 8, my brother.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8. Again, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8. Okay, and it reads, Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, Wherein have we robbed thee? And tithes and offerings.
We giving out all the food. We ain't robbed. We giving out. We made distributions
Right.
to everybody. But goddamn, the damn food and stuff, they say it's expired. Well, why in the hell? How do because you ain't been doing what you supposed to do. It's people still needing stuff. You trying to hoard it for you. You're hoarding it for your damn self.
Right.
Keep going.
Good night, man. Good night. It goes on. Verse 9. Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation.
Hold on. Listen what the Lord says. He said, you robbed me and you robbed this whole nation.
Golly.
You money grubbing nigga.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
You robbed me and you. That's what the Lord's saying. The Lord's saying this.
Right.
Because he know what kind of men we have over us. He know what kind of men the white man appointed over us. You think the white man going to appoint somebody who going to love black people over us? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You think he going to appoint somebody who going to tell you the truth and who going to look after you? He going to appoint, just like he appoints over all them nations over there. All them puppets, they be enriching themselves and their country be starving to death.
Right. Right.
That's the kind of people he appoints.
What?
You robbed the Lord. Or tithes and offerings. 10% of that supposed to go to the priest.
Man.
That's what the storehouse is for. The
Right.
storehouse is for the people who don't have, the orphans, the widows, the elderly, the people who can't fend for themselves.
That's right.
That is our national bank.
That's right.
You wouldn't need welfare if you didn't have these niggas robbing the Lord and robbing his nation.
Man.
Keep going, my brother.
Gone out of one con. Gone out of one con. And that's super, super heavy, Cap. You saying it like that, man. Now we are verse 10, all right? Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, okay? That there may be meat in mine house. And
Do you
prove me
understand
now
that?
herewith, saith the Lord of hosts. If I will not open you, it says, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, listen, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. Most High in Christ.
Now let me tell you something.
Good night.
The Bible says, Ephraim, he is fruitful.
Come.
Now, you tell me why in the hell that our brother who is fruitful is lacking. Can someone tell me that shit? His name means fruitful. Why is he lacking?
Right.
His
Right.
name alone is a blessing that he will be fruitful in the land of his oppression. Why is he lacking?
He's lacking because it's a warehouse, okay? A warehouse with I don't know how uncountable amounts of pallets with food on.
Exactly.
With food on. I mean, listen, Cap, it's amazing. Listen, I don't know. I'm just saying it. I just, like you taught me, go off of, patterns. This look like a pattern of where, America involved in it. I mean, hey, they own Puerto Rico. I'm just saying. It could be, hey, listen, buddy, you go ahead and keep these on the pallets, and then we'll work away, and you can get this, and we can get that. Like, that's probably all that he had in that warehouse. No telling how much America said they were going to send, and then they went directly in their house right here in America. See? It's always an underline of an underline. This is just what they, the warehouse they opened up and saw. You know what I'm saying? Not telling how many warehouses in America, that's sitting on Hurricane Maria food supplies for, our Parian brothers. So, it's a never ending cycle, man, of lies and deceit. Amazing, man.
Damn right, bro. Damn right. That's why I'm telling everybody out there to make sure you pay your tithes and your offerings to the ISUPK.
Come.
I mean, do it, man. I mean, do it because it's the right. Do it because this is the storehouse.
Yep.
You see, that ain't the storehouse. The same thing they did with Haiti. Same thing they did in New Orleans. They don't care about us.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Ephraim is a fruitful bowl.
Yep.
He ain't never supposed to be lacking.
Yep.
Never.
Boy.
And then these low-life bastards that's hoarding all this stuff. You done robbed the Lord. And the Lord want his money.
Yep.
And you better hope he don't send some of us to go collect.
They wonder why them earthquakes and happening over there, like.
That's why. As a matter of fact, we got time. One more. I want to get story number 7. I'm gonna get off of.
Okay, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
I just got to get this thing.
Come. Hey, I'm with you, Cap.
If you don't think the Lord is upset with Israel, you better wake up.
Woo! All right, y'all. I'm gonna follow orders, all right? And we got one more story that we gonna get into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and story number 7 tonight, okay, is one, and it's a good one. You understand? It is a lovely one, and it is. Check it out now. Here we go now. Fireball blazes over Puerto Rico as locals fear end times after earthquakes. I'm going to say it again. Fireball blazes over Puerto Rico, man, as locals fear end times after earthquakes. You got it, Cap. Uh-oh. So now.
Come on with it.
All right, come. So here we go, y'all. We're going straight in, and we're not going to stop. All right? Say we was going to bring it to you. We said we was going in tonight. Look at this right here. Look at that. Y'all see that right there? I know. Listen, I know y'all see that. As a matter of fact, look. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it open so you all can see it. How's that? I'm saying, because they don't believe it. It may be kind of far off for them, Cap. So I'm gonna go ahead and magnetize it for them so they can see it real good and see what's going on in Puerto Rico. Y'all see that right in the middle of the screen? And let me go ahead and continue to read as you all look at that. A blazing meteor-like fireball has been spotted hurtling through the sky in Puerto Rico after a series of powerful earthquakes. The unusual celestial phenomenon has been branded a sign of, quote, end of times, unquote, by locals of the Caribbean island. Citizens of the U.S. territory have been jolted by a series of powerful earthquakes since the beginning of 2020 and assumed the barring light ball has something catastrophic. The island has been recovering from the aftermath of Hurricane Maria since 2017, a deadly natural disaster that destroyed the territory and killed 3,057 people. Okay, so frightened Puerto Ricans who witnessed the phenomenon took to social media to share photos and videos of the fireball. One Twitter said, just saw a huge meteor or fireball about a mile into the ocean over Rincon in Puerto Rico, right? It was ridiculously bright and was pretty amazing. It was crazy. While a second feared, quote, wow, if it hit, it could be catastrophic. This is just going to get worse. We are at the end times. Jesus Christ is about to blow the trumpet. I'm going to say that last part again. Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, is about to blow the trumpet. Okay, now, and a third added, Australia burns, Indonesia floods, got earthquakes in Canada, Puerto Rico, and Mexico. Iran proclaims death for USA. Okay, the koala is proclaimed almost extinct. A fireball falls in the ocean, and an electric storm hits Rio. Okay, we're only 7 days now into 2020, and I'm truly worried. The National Weather Service satellites captured the blast over Puerto Rico around 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Shortly after it appeared, witnesses said the fireball disintegrated into the air above the island, just like that. Now you see that, y'all. That is a fire. And Cap, listen, if I just may, okay, it's the same. It's the same damn fireball everywhere. Cap, it looks the same. Listen, man. It's the same look, Cap. It doesn't change. You talking about the Most High? I mean, the Most High keeps the continuity. Okay, the most like every so-called fireball, meteorite, when the same one in Russia. I don't know if you remember, Cap, when it made that loud noise in Russia, right? That same noise. Okay, when they showed the lightning of it hit, the lightning of it, going across the sky, it looked the exact same way that it always looks. Now, not unless it's the same one flying everywhere, or hold up now, or could it be, Cap? Could it be now that it's Revelation 9 and 16 when it says, I know I'm paraphrasing, when it clearly says over 200 million angels? Could it be? Okay, could it be the flying roll? Okay, as spoke about in Zechariah the 5th chapter. Could it be, Cap? Okay, that spoke about in the 1st chapter of Ezekiel, man, when it says a wheel within a wheel. I'm gonna tell you something, man. When I read that article and I just read that, Cap, when it said, I'm paraphrasing what I just read, Jesus is on the way. Okay, yes, he is, everybody. He's on the way. Guess what? He's already here. Listen, Christ is a shot caller, getting those instructions from the Most High God, Yahweh. Okay, so Christ not gonna just show up. He gonna what? Listen, you can tell by the structure. Commanding General Yohana ain't finna just show up at no event. Are you slam damn crazy? He gonna send his warriors and the soldiers out there to what? To look at the premises, man. You see what I'm saying? And we gonna study the premises, and we gonna do the walkie-talkies or whatever we got to do. And we gonna, after we scan the premises, then we're gonna say, Khan out of one Khan, it's safe for you to come and the rest of the generals to come. See what I'm saying? So of course the spacecrafts and the 2 million angels, and I don't know if y'all seen it, but they had some type of scientists that we studied NASA and so forth. Cap, I don't know if you saw that too. I think I sent it to your messenger. The man clearly said that these people were like 7, 8, 9 foot, and they were black. Okay, they were black. So maybe these people will believe it if the oppressor says it. Okay, the ones who are on these spacecrafts, they are black men. These angels, man. Okay, and that's why Donald Trump and that's why Ronald Reagan had to, put in place with the space wars. These fools are going to really try to go against the Most High God and the angels. And guess what? They are going to lose terribly. The same way the Christian pastors, has failed. Our people is the same way this damn oppressor is going to fail. Don't nobody give a damn about your little satellite, battlelite, whatever you want to call it. Your Star Wars, Jedi material. You have no idea the acute angles that these spacecrafts travel. Okay? The end time, the exit time, right? The aerodynamic, flight patterns that they have, and able to shut down aircrafts. Hey, man, you could go look. That's a simple YouTube Google search, man. They have people that are in aeronautics, that are in the military, and they're always telling you that when I got close, my whole plane shut down, right? And they see them all the time, Cap. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the Projects Blue thing, whatever it is, Project Blue something. You know what I'm saying? But we all know that they exist. But what you need to know, they're not little green men. Okay? They are tall black men, and they are on their way to come give salvation to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the children of Israel, man. So that's why this is happening, man. Okay? And guess what? It's the grand finale. And you can get ready, partner, because we're going to have rulership on this planet, and every heathen that sees that, right, they going to tell their children for the rest of their life, and they going to get their asses in line after that. All right? So you listen, y'all, get to this Passover, man. You understand? Get to the 51st Passover, man, in Westchester, New York, man. It's time to gird your loins, man. And it's time to listen. It is in order by Commanding General Yohana, man. All you t-shirt fake wearing Israelites, this is your chance, man. Okay? Well, you are ordered to come together, man. Okay? And come to this Passover and be taught correctly. All right? And witness the brotherhood, man. April 9th, man. The only official, you hear me? The only official authorized Passover, man. And you need to be there. You got it, Cap. Night.
Damn right, bro. Yeah, I can't tell you better than that, bro. You can rock it out, and listen, Puerto Rico, they better listen. Puerto Rico, what's going on in Puerto Rico? Look, let me tell you, they better seek counsel. They better be calling up to Commander Juliana, calling the ISUPK, because the Lord is angry with Puerto Rico. There ain't no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? He's angry with all Israel, but what he's doing in Puerto Rico, you seeing the corruption that's going on down there. You know what I'm saying? And it's hell. You know what I'm saying? It's hell when you got a person who will sit there and watch the people hunger for thirst and all that and food, and you gonna hoard all the damn supply. They should have gave all that supply till it was empty and said we need more. They didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's all good. The Lord, like he said, he's gonna raise up new shepherds. You know what I'm saying? And that shepherd right there is Commander General Yohana, the head of ISUPK.
That's right.
I'm Captain Kahun from Yard. Make sure you tune in to Commander General Yohana's radio show tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where he sets the whole tone for the nation. Make sure you tune in to that. Make sure you pay your tithes and your offerings to the ISUPK. And if you want to send a donation to Boot Up and Shut Up on the Cash App, continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the support. We're going to be enhancing this show on different levels also, to make it more user-friendly and more interactive to our brothers and sisters, to bring in more content. All right, I want to say to Water to Officer, I want y'all to have me on the show. I'm Captain Kahan Yard, reporting live from hell. I'm out of here. Shalom.
All right, and there you got it, y'all. Okay, listen. This is the ISUPK, man. You understand? This is the home of the living truth. Listen. Don't fool yourself, man. This is the only home. You understand? The ISUPK is the only home of the living truth, man. And you're not gonna get it like this anywhere else. You understand? You're not gonna get it like this anywhere else. Okay? All right. We're not gonna sit here and tell you this over and over again, all right? You brothers and sisters, and you sisters, man, all right? You brothers and sisters, man, y'all gonna have to listen. Y'all gonna have to gird your loins. Brothers, you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and tell that sister, man, you know what I'm saying, that you're gonna have to run this year, okay? All right, that you done got the order, right? From the brother, for the man, from the prophet who is second in charge, first in charge until Christ returns, okay? All right, and listen, it's time to stop playing games, Israel. You understand? We are closer now than we have ever been. Do you understand this? We are closer now than we have ever been, man. Okay? And that's why it's time to stop playing games, man. You understand? It's time to stop playing these games. All right? And we say it all the time. Now, I don't know what type of, game that you think that we playing out here. But it ain't no games being played out here. You understand? There's no games being played out here, man. The truth is in the pudding. You understand? Why don't you just try it? All right. So now that concludes this segment of ISUPK, man. Boot up and shut up. I just want to give quick shout outs to the radio affiliates, my big brothers, Cross the Line Radio, Captain Tazariak, Captain Katazai. Make sure you check that out every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, call in with your questions, and guess what? You got a lot of questions. They got a lot of answers. Okay. What else? I want to make sure that you all check out tomorrow. Okay, make sure you check out tomorrow, man. You want to check out Let a Hebrew Speak with General Hazayan, Captain Akkad. My brother Officer Marah will be in the building as well. That is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. That's 9 a.m. Central Time. All right. Let a Hebrew Speak, man. Now that's going to be a 2-hour segment. Right after that, you have my other big brother that's in Syracuse, New York, man. That's Captain Azaniah. Captain Azaniah has the Hidden Truth Revealed. Been rocking that radio show out for a while, man. He should be there side by side with Priest and Officer Karamya Ali. He usually rocks it out with him. All right, so big ups to my radio ISUPK radio affiliates in Syracuse, New York. We also have our brothers that are in the Israelites that are in Indianapolis, man. Okay, with Captain Kapash and that's my other big brother. With my other brother that's out there, Officer Tarak, man, and they rock it out, man. It's called Take Ground Radio. Okay, Take Ground Radio, man. Listen, ISUPK captains, man, and these officers, man, we train, man, officially authorized, teach these scriptures. Make sure you look at Take Ground Radio again. All right. Now let's move back over to Philadelphia, man. We have we also have my brothers, my other big brother, Captain Sakawar, Aria, Priest and Officer 5000 Aria, and they have Angry Black Man Media. Okay, make sure you check that brother out again. When Captain Sakawar put it together, let me tell you something, man. It is a detailed book report. Make sure you check out that brother. Everything. He's in Memphis right now, putting it down. Also with my brother, Priest and Officer 5000 Tazadakia. Big up to my brother Tazadakia holding it down in Memphis, Tennessee. All right. Also want to give a shout out and support also to my ISUPK radio affiliates up in Delaware, man. Okay, big ups, man, to Captain Slaki, to Officer Tazayawan, Officer Matazapa. You know what I'm saying, up in Delaware, man. You know what I'm saying, gathering them brothers up in Delaware, man. You know what I'm saying, and again, big ups to Captain Tahawar and Officer Ariya for going up there, traveling up there, putting in that work with Officer Knock as well, putting in that work in Delaware, man, bringing them brothers in. So Most High in Christ, man, right there. And I also want to go to California now. Okay, so listen, this brother we cannot forget, man. You understand? This brother who I always give credit to is Priest and Officer 5000 Kazak Yard, man. Okay, out of California, man. It's called The Inconvenient Truth. My Yashikar brother, man. The Inconvenient Truth is extremely historical, man. Extremely informative, all right? Man, you should check this brother out, especially my Mexican brothers, you know what I'm saying, and Hispanic brothers, man, Native Indian brothers. He is the ambassador, okay, of information, and that title was given to him by 12 Shield General Muhammad. Okay, so guess what? It can't get no more official than that, partner. Make sure you check out The Inconvenient Truth. He usually have his son working side by side, Lahab working side by side with him as well. All right, Most High in Christ for those brothers, man. And off in California, all right. And big ups to Captain Kadalhar operating that whole coast out there. Okay, all right. Well, look, again, tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. All right, you want to make sure again you checking out the Let a Hebrew Speak, and then followed by the Hidden Truth Revealed. Later on in the evening, you got that scripture breakdown. Okay, once you got the scripture breakdown at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, and immediately after that, guess what it is, y'all? You know what I'm leading up to. You know what I'm leading up to. Yes, it is Commanding General Yohanan, the most controversial man in America, on earth, all right? And he has the Grill Radio Show, okay? That's every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central. Now, if you're having trouble at all getting on the show, that is because we have a new channel, okay? And the new channel is called Black Watch, all right? 2 words, Black Watch. Type that in, Black Watch, the Grill Radio Show. Have no problems. Just all you got to do is go in and subscribe. When you subscribe, hit the notification button. You'll get there. You back in. All right. You back in the loop. All right. You back in the know. All right. So don't forget that Commander General Yohanan at 8 Central. That's going to be 9 p.m. Central Time. The Grill Radio Show on the new channel Black Watch. Okay. Again, look, this is another episode, the 67th episode of Boot Up or Shut Up Radio. I am your host, Priest and Officer of 5000, Awanya Allah, Banya Hawada Banya Sha'Allah. Okay? And listen, we got to stop playing. We got to get as close as we can to the kingdom. Y'all understand that, right? We get as close as we can to the kingdom. You know why? Because we are closer now than we have ever been. Israel, we cannot play. Okay? I know y'all hear me. We cannot play. Stop playing around. You understand? Okay, so look, love you brothers, man. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakathum, to all the brothers, man, out there. You know what I'm saying? And shalom, Yahweh Shamar Alatan, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, to all my sisters out there, man. You know what I'm saying? That show support. You know what I'm saying? And out there respecting they out of one. You feel what I'm saying? Your position in Israel, my sisters, is so important. All right. So let's make sure that you stay in pocket and get those orders and follow those orders. And guess what? Raise them kids, man. Raise them children. Raise them babies. You know what I'm saying? Raise them babies. Your job is important. You got a lot of stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be getting in it. Okay. So now, big ups to Israel. And listen, I just want to ball. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me how I get down, man. I just want to ball. You know what I'm saying? I just want to ball with my brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? And we going to get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and give big props to my brother, Priest and Officer 5000, Asher Yar from the Dallas camp, ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? My brother in this, man, and we going to get down. The brother say he want to ball. And guess what? I want to ball with him. You understand? Let's get it in, man. Most High in Christ.
I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah. Hey, look, I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it all. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Trying to build my own city, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Just start a couple business on it. Fuck any heathen never shitted on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my rear view. Gold rolls, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes and all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Don't get up out of bounds, homie. Got killers with them rounds on them. Look like I'm fed from the drum. Look, don't make me make the reaper rain down on them. I can give a fuck if you rock blue. And I was Sue Woo from the Fruittown crew. Cops still shoot us every time we move. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me too. Just know that brotherhood is a weapon. Build another zone, get protected. Too many sisters in the city been molested. Now I'm stacking soldiers off the block like it's Tetris. Woo. Know that truth will give you chills, don't it? Steady ringing in your ears, won't it? If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Hey, bow. Yeah. To all them children that grew up with parents strung out on drugs. Yeah. I just wanna bow. Hope you do too. And I hope you do too. Yeah. Man, to the brother that had a real and she left him for whatever reason. Yeah. I just wanna bow. I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, that had that nigga leave him. Yeah, yeah. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Some of my niggas is locked up. I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see the light of day. Yeah, I just wanna bow. Yeah, I just wanna bow.
ISUPK.
Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on One Ya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself. Cut yourself.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. It's all about that warfare, boy. Back up. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground. Nah, this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell
cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just send the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race to make merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool yo. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that mean you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sit, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with them weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my octave gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that mean? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
ISUPK.
Boot up or shut up radio live with Priest and Officer 5000 on Wanya Allah. Tune in every Sunday night from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time. It's gonna be informative and provocative. Also broadcasted live with Priest and Captain of 13,000. Kahantham Yard will be reporting live from hell, using the Holy Scriptures to bring truth to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians in America, the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel. Boot up or shut up radio live every Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Central Time.
Boot up or shut up radio. Shut up radio. Home of self-mutilation. Whatever verse you pull out the Bible, you gon' cut yourself. Cut yourself.